では簡単に説明いたしますね。本件は溶合山一帯で神王の根を攻撃した。はい、そうです。それら魔物が一体どこから目標が明確で非常に攻撃的になっています。神王が稲妻にとってとても大切な存在であることをよかったです。ですのでこの件は至急対処しなければなりません。
このこと天領奉行の人は知ってるのか？
はい、彼らもすでに行動しています。ただ神王の根はとても複雑なもの。獣域ハウンドも神出鬼没で数が多く、そのため彼らは住民を守る戦事項としています。また本件に対し冒険者協会も
まさか。Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! They're attacking Sacred Sakura! Stop them!
No, my sword! Ha! Teamwork is dreamwork! Here we go! Think you can—
Come on, travelers! You can take them!
Outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
Burn!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led— If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many—
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind— Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Here we go!
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left! The Almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back! Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. Moving forward inevitably invites, just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had, all those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for as Inazuma's god. It is high time I honored their warriors of the past who spilled your blood on this land. I will never forget you.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
Expected there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Leave them to me. Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish.
You are unduly concerned. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area...
Makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely... Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest...
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshment. After all...
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh.
I see. So, most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather... And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the people flee out of a desire to live on. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to... One thing she always says is, good things don't last. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, it won't be long now, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that once this catastrophe... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of before, the almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't
Can't see it.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No.
This place is... complicated. Leave it to us.
But I can't decide whether it's a
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now. But at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much. And it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Boring! It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you...
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time... So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. But he always acted the philosophy of life that he shared with us just now. That was Makoto's view on reality.
You and Makoto had pretty...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living people. They are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, now...
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. An ambition is a yearning for... Makoto was more concerned...
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcome. I didn't understand at the time. I suppose what it comes down to is that, yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, and...
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now... I no longer...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular...
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama...
Stabilize!
Right.
Solidify!
Let's play! Yahoo! Yahoo! Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps
So we didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
the information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend.
She died in that disaster.
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Unlike me, but this time. Yes. She had already left. It was there. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? It was there and then that I resolved. When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had a... That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence In the end, I simply had to accept that it, with the help of the sacred sakura's power...
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that I would never speak of these, but even the tea that is most bitter to the... And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you
Sister? You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole... And also... So...
Oh, well, that's a boy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do. Shine down!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion shattered! Transcend all constraints. Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with them. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite...
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more! Let's get them!
Don't! It's too...
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
This is order.
Think you can get away?
Disappear! Here!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
Thank you, all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning...
Well, what are you
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford... We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can...
Just leave it to us. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only, no matter what kind of threat faces Ino...
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their... You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, but even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty. I used to think just like that samurai, but what Inazuma needs more than... Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still... Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to...
Alrighty then. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be up. She seems to have changed. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties.
Worthless!
We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off with my own...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is... Where are we Paimon! Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of... You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. But have you really been enlightened? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dial...
Wait! Are you,
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not the Pace showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting determination, courage, love, hatred. All only rules shall remain constant. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Illusion shattered! This ends now. Inferior. Pathetic. Torn to oblivion! Shine down! The teetering sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Thunder! Now your verdict is decided. This one, a fleeting shadow. Weak, pathetic. Your verdict is decided. Be gone! Torn to oblivion! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Inferior. Inazuma shines eternal! Weak. Illusion shattered! Diversion is futile. Inferior. The eye sweeps the lands. Shine down! I shall not fall here! Euthymia crumbles before
You finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of... She was built to
Then, does that mean this is gonna...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times, 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices. It is about time that I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke, I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall during my absence. I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her with... Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in... Oh, but we also can't get in... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane things? Wish my sister
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Solidify!
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.